Hi everyone, I'm Matt Gash with SoundersFC.com here with Sounders head coach Sigi Schmid after the Super Draft. And Ziggy, first, what's your impression of the two guys that you got today in the draft?
Very happy. Obviously very excited to be able to get Eriq Zavaleta when we did. We had him in, in the top 4 on our various lists, and thought he would go early. And when he was still there, we figured if we could trade up and get him, it was worth trading up for, which we were able to do. And great kid, from a great family, but very versatile, good soccer IQ. Obviously a winner, played for a part of a championship team, so very happy with him. And Remick is a player who actually came to our combine in Vegas, was when we first saw him. We liked him there. He was really steady and simple, and just everything he did was solid. And then he was here at this combine. It was the same thing. He's solid. He's a very, very good athlete. I think his brother, I forgave him for this. His twin brother runs track for USC, but we're going to forgive him there since I'm a UCLA guy. But he's a left back who can get up and down the field, but he also has the size where he can play inside, and he can play as one of the marking backs. So we're very happy to get him when we got him.
Sounds like he was a track star in high school too. Is speed one of his strengths?
I know his speed. 400 meters is probably one of the toughest races to run in track, because it's a flat-out sprint, and you hit the wall, and you got to be mentally pretty tough to run that race, and that's something that definitely we were excited about. And when we met with him and interviewed him, that mental toughness definitely showed through, and he's a kid who likes to compete. So his athleticism, certainly is something that helps his play.
And looking at Eriq Zavaleta, when he did start falling in the draft, at what point did you decide that trading up was the best thing for you guys to do?
When he started to become available, still when the 8th pick was made, we said, well, let's look into it, because trading up higher, you end up having to give up too much. And we felt, okay, if we could give up a little bit. And Toronto came over and said, hey, would you be interested in the 10th? And we said, yeah. And we made one offer, and that didn't work, so we came back with another offer, and that was the one that they accepted. But around, the 8th pick, and when he didn't get picked, we said, hey, we might have a chance of being able to pick him up.
There were a lot of people, I think, surprised on the draft room floor when Toronto FC has a pick and Sounders FC calls a timeout. I don't know that anyone was ready for that. I guess what was the feeling as that timeout happened and as things got approached and you were able to draft Eriq?
Well, we were just trying to get the deal done, and so we knew they had some interest, so we needed to buy ourselves a little more time to get all the talking out of the way and get the papers drawn up and so forth. So said, okay, we'll use our time out here and try and get this done. And luckily for us, it worked out. We were also trying to move up a little bit in the second round. There were a couple of players on the board that were still available that we thought we could move up for. At the end of the day, we weren't able to, and we missed out on a player that we sort of wanted, but it would have required giving up too much.
Looking a little bit more at Eriq Zavaleta, he played forward at Indiana, scored a lot of goals there, but it sounds like you may want to use him as a defender. Just talk about maybe the mentality behind where he's going to end up playing on the field.
Yeah, my first instinct on that was, if you had asked me, I would say, okay, he's going to play as a defender. And I know in our talks with him, he likes playing in the back. But, it depends what our needs are a little bit early in the season. We know he can play up front as well. He's a target forward who can hold the ball. He's not going to leave anybody in the dust with his speed per se, but he's good at holding the ball. He's smart. But as a defender, he reads the game very well. He's good in the air. His positional play is very good, and his passing is very good out of the back. And I think when you have a defender who's a good passer out of the back, that always helps. So for him, this year is going to be a little bit of a learning year. We're going to as well, we'll go into training and we'll see, how things look. I mean, a lot of training games we play. We want to see how people react, see what their natural instincts are. But I think at the end of the day, maybe to get to his ultimate level and to achieve as much as he wants to achieve, it might be as a defender.
Great. Congratulations. Thank you for the big day.
Okay, thanks. It was a lot of fun.
Tanzania, the land of Kilimanjaro, Zanzibar, and the Serengeti.